In this video, we're going to be previewing a matchup here in the West region between the 6th seed, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the number 11 seed and red-hot New Mexico Lobos. For the Clemson Tigers, they come into the NCAA tournament as a 6th seed. Some people believe they were a little bit overseeded. I would probably tend to agree. 21-11 their record this year, 5th in the ACC for Clemson. They lost in the second round of the ACC tournament, got blown out by Boston College. This is a very perimeter-oriented team. Even their big men like to play out on the perimeter. They're led by P.J. Hall, who certainly is a threat beyond the arc and taking people off of the dribble. They play a 5-out offense a lot of the time for Brad Brownell and Clemson. This is a team that executes in the half court. They play pretty slow pace, kind of middle of the pack in terms of pace. They're 27th in the nation in offensive efficiency. This is a good shooting team all around. All of their numbers are good shooting the basketball. 8th in free throw percentage. That's certainly big in March. 79% from the stripe as a team. You like to see that. Overall, this team is average on the defensive end, but they've certainly struggled as of late. They've lost 3 out of their last 4 games coming into the NCAA tournament. That's not a trend you want to continue on. Now, the key for Clemson is their 2 guards, their guard duo of Joe Girard and Chase Hunter. Those are the 2 players to look out for. When Girard and Hunter are playing well on both ends, defending the opposing team's guards and attacking off of the dribble and hitting some threes, Clemson is a very, very good team, but when they're not, this team can struggle. Now, the concern for me here about Clemson is, one, their three-point defense is subpar, 192nd in the nation in three-point defense, and usually when teams beat them, they beat them from beyond the arc. Also, when P.J. Hall, their star big man, gets into foul trouble, this is not the same team. They need him on the floor. In a lot of their losses, Hall got in foul trouble, and Clemson was not the same team without him. For the 11th seed, the New Mexico Lobos, they come into the NCAA tournament fresh off a Mountain West Conference Tournament championship. 26-9 their record overall. They finished 6th in the tough Mountain West Conference in the regular season, but they won the tournament. This team is all about tempo and creating havoc. They're 8th in the nation in pace. They are 23rd in the nation defensively. They full court press a lot of the time. Richard Pitino's squad very aggressive on the defensive end. They turn you over a lot as well, and their three-point defense is great. They're 24th in the nation in three-point defense. They hold their opponents to 30.6% from beyond the arc. On the offensive end, this team wants to get downhill with their trio of guards, along with the freshman J.T. Toppin, and get to the rim. They don't love to take threes. However, they do have some guys who can shoot it from beyond the arc. They're a solid rebounding team also on both ends of the floor. The key players to watch out for New Mexico, as I mentioned, is their potent guard trio that really dictate how well this team is going to play. Jalen House, Jamal Hashburn, and Donovan Dent. This trio adds up to most of their scoring, and they're all defensive pests in their own right. If these 3 are playing well, even if 2 of them are playing well, New Mexico is going to win. Now, the concern for me for New Mexico is when they've matched up against big physical guards, such as, a team like San Diego State that has Lamont Butler and other, longer guards who can really defend. This trio of guards can struggle because all 3 of which are 6'2" or shorter. So again, big guards can be a matchup problem for New Mexico. Now, as far as this matchup's concerned, this is a fun one, right? And I think it all boils down to the guard play between these 2 teams. Girard and Hunter versus the trio of guards for New Mexico, House, Mashburn, and Dent. I would give the advantage right there to New Mexico, especially the way they've been playing as of late. Jalen House has been on fire for the Lobos. Will the press that New Mexico is probably going to put on for some of the game affect Clemson? Clemson does a good job of taking care of the basketball. I think it will affect them some, but not to the same degree that New Mexico has enforced the press on other teams. Honestly, right now, New Mexico is just red hot. I really like this team. Clemson, not so much. They just have lost 3 out of 4 and got blown out to a very mediocre Boston College team. And with that, if I had to put this game on the upset potential meter, I think we got an upset brewing, people. We've got great guard play from New Mexico, a team that's scrappy defensively. I really like this team. For that reason, give me the New Mexico Lobos to pull off a 11 versus 6 upset against the Clemson Tigers and move on to the second round of the NCAA tournament. Do you want to win your March Madness bracket pool? Do you want to not only beat your friends and family, but absolutely humiliate them? If you like the sound of that, subscribe down below to College Hoops Tonight, because we're previewing all 36 first-round games of the NCAA tournament to give you the edge you need to nail your bracket and absolutely crush your friends and family in your bracket pool.